So I have many questions. Previously you said that part of the people, they look at the lawfulness according to which nature is working, and they say, we have many rules in nature. In no equation are we lacking the higher force. It means that there is no higher force. We understand reality as it works. Nature is a blind nature with certain rules and no point to pray. There are such. Yeah, Balasulami tells about it in the article Peace in the World, I think. Okay, so they don't pray because they think there's no one to pray to. Yeah. So let's put them aside a second. They're not praying because they don't think there's someone to pray to. The rest of the people probably think that there is some higher force and therefore it is worthwhile praying. The prayer is actually what? Turning to the higher force. Right. This is what they think. This is how I divide humanity into these two kinds of people that don't believe that there's a higher force and don't pray, and those that do believe that there's a higher force and do pray. I want to focus on those that do pray. Why? They don't think there is a higher force, so they don't care about praying correctly or not. You think they don't pray? Maybe they do, I don't know. Do they pray? Why not? They have requests, they have desires. Any person who feels bad wants to, then why isn't it called a prayer? Maybe it is. It's called a prayer. What's the difference between what these do and those do? Aren't they as delusional as the others that each prays to a higher force of his own that he depicts for himself? What's the difference? It doesn't matter. Each and every person wants to feel good. This one in as if a more arranged fashion called customs, and those aren't that way, but everyone from his heart. I understand. Even those that don't believe, they pray too. They really pray in a cleaner way, in a pure way. Because first of all, they don't demand that the higher force give us, do for us. We're paying you, we're studying for it, we're doing for it, we're paying you, and you do for us. They want for their life to change, right? But in your eyes, that's called a prayer. This desire of mine for my life to change for the better, it's a prayer. Yeah? Okay, so we have a common denominator for all the people in the world, right? I don't divide them into believers and non-believers. Right, those that are believers, they're confused. You can call them that way. Okay, so let's put this partition aside. We have all the people in the world. All of them want to feel better, right? Yes. You're saying that this desire that bursts out of a person's heart, doesn't matter how and what language, he feels bad in his heart, I want for something to be better, and we determine to find this as a person's prayer, request from the bottom of his heart. Yeah. So what's the problem? If 7 billion people their prayers would be answered, we'd say, great, the prayer works. But we see that, God forbid, the world would be immediately destroyed. Why? Because what do people want in their heart? For each one to feel good. Each one builds himself on the ruins of the others. What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? Ask them, you'll see. These want for those to disappear, and those for them to disappear, and so on and so forth, and the world would be destroyed. Because everyone's praying. Everyone lives out of their own ego. Everyone wants for him to be in the best possible situation. I dream in my dreams that I'm alone in the world. I go out of my house and the city is dead, gone, no one. I go into shops, I go into places, everything's open, everything's free, everything's clean, everything's quiet, and I'm on my own, walking around and everything's mine. Brilliant. Garden of Eden. This is what I dreamt of when I was a kid. So it means that you prayed for it, that this is the kind of prayer you had? No, I'm saying that this is a person's character, his desire. So that means that he prays for that, yes. And the problem is that I pray for it, Tal does, and everyone else does, and then if it was this way, the world would be destroyed. Ask the fundamentalists, different fascists, were their prayers to be accepted, the world would be immediately destroyed. And what a strong desire they have. You mean they pray in a strong way, and thank God their prayers aren't answered, and therefore we survive. Sure? Okay, we want to advance towards the play. So what prayers are accepted? That's the question. Only the prayer which is called what? The prayer of many. What is the prayer of many? The prayer for the many. What is that? For everyone aside from me, that I pray for them, that what will happen to them? That they will be well off. But previously you said that the prayer is the desire that comes from a person's heart, whether he is a believer, non-believer, knows the words, doesn't know. This is what I have to feel in my heart, that I want for everyone to be well off, abundantly. And what is a person lacking in life? I'm not lacking anything. What do you mean? Aside from that, I'm not lacking anything. Otherwise, it's not a prayer. Otherwise, it's not the prayer of the many. It's not for the many, for the collective. There is no person that's not lacking something. If he's a billionaire, he lacks health, he has problems with his wife. The problem is that he's not praying, because a prayer is only for the many. So it's like unhuman to demand that of someone, right? But you want for your prayer to be accepted. I want for things to be good. I don't know. What I think that's good. Yeah, that's where we start from. No, that's not where we start from. You simply can't start from that. Meaning there's no use in it because it won't be accepted and won't help. We have to start with, first of all, reaching this kind of a desire, and then we can pray. But if I don't have such a desire that I pray for everyone, then I pray to have a desire to pray for everyone, and that's called prayer before a prayer. And we have this very beautiful example written by Noam Elimelech.